Hey guys, today we are doing a 10-minute full body workout. So we're going to go through exercises that target the upper body, lower body, and core. And because it's just 10 minutes, it's going to be super easy for you to remember and follow along, and to make sure that you get the most out of this video. I will also explain how to do each exercise correctly and show you some modifications in case you are injured or recovering from surgery. I would also like to give a special shout out to my son for joining me on some of these exercises. He's 13 years old and is really into fitness. If you want to access any of the images that I use in my videos, check the description box below. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so to begin, I'm gone. Nah. Start the timer. And we are gone. Nah. Warm up for 2 minutes. We are going to do this by marching in place for 30 seconds, swinging our arms for 30 seconds, torso twisting for 30 seconds, and then we'll swing each leg for 15 seconds. Okay, now that we are warmed up, we're going to start the actual routine, which is 1 minute long. We're going to do jumping jacks for 1 minute. And this is a great way to get your heart rate up and increase cardiovascular endurance. Now, if you have knee or joint pain, I would recommend stepping side to side instead of jumping. And you can also slow it down and go at your own pace. All right, next we're going to do bodyweight squats. We're going to do these for 1 minute. And squats are excellent for strengthening the legs and improving balance. So we were going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart and our toes pointing slightly rotated out. And we were going to sit back as if we were sitting into a chair while keeping our chest lifted and our eyes looking forward. Our knees should never go past our toes. And if you are balancing on one leg or having trouble with your balance, you can always do this while holding onto a chair or countertop. Next, we are going to do push-ups, and we are going to hold these for 1 minute. Push-ups are awesome for building upper body strength, but if you are just starting out, you can definitely do these on your knees. So we are going to plant our hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Keep our body in a straight line from head to toe, and then bend our elbows and lower ourselves down until our chest is just above the floor, and then press back up. Okay, now we're going to do standing knee raises, and we are going to do these for 1 minute. Knee raises help to strengthen the core and improve balance. So we're going to stand with our feet hip width apart, engage our core. Lift one knee up towards our chest while keeping our shoulders and hips facing forward, and then slowly lower back down and repeat with the other side. You can also add a little twist by extending the opposite arm as you raise your knee and then switch sides. Now, if you are unable to do these standing, you can definitely do them sitting down in a chair. All right. Now we're going to do planks, and planks are fantastic for building core stability and strengthening the abdominal muscles. So we're going to start in a push-up position. Lower ourselves down onto our forearms. Stack our shoulders directly over our elbows, and then we're going to keep our body in a straight line from head to heels. By engaging our core and hold this position for 30 seconds. Now I know 30 seconds may seem like a long time when you're first starting out, so you can break this up into smaller chunks throughout the entire minute. For example, you could hold this for 20 seconds. Take a 10-second break, and then hold it again for another 10 seconds. Okay, now we are going to do alternating reverse lunges, and we are going to do these for 1 minute. Reverse lunges are great for strengthening the legs and glutes and improving balance. We're going to start standing with our feet together, and then take a step back with one leg and lower our body until both knees are bent and our front thighs parallel to the floor. We are going to make sure that our knee does not go past our toes, and then push back up to starting position and switch to the other side. Now, if you need support, you can use a chair or countertop to help you balance. Now we're going to do arm circles, and we're going to do these for 1 minute. Arm circles are great for improving shoulder mobility, and they help to warm up the muscles in your shoulders and upper back. So extend your arms out to the sides at shoulder level, and then circle them forward in small circles, and then reverse the direction and circle the other way. Now we are going to do glute bridges, and we're going to hold these for 1 minute. Glute bridges are fantastic for strengthening the glutes and the core, and they also help to improve posture. So lay on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips off the floor while keeping your shoulders and upper back pressed into the floor, and then squeeze the glutes at the top and hold. Now, if you are unable to lift your hips off the floor, you can always do this in a seated position. Just scoot back until your back is flat against the wall or chair, and then do the same motion by squeezing your glutes. Now, we're going to do mountain climbers, and we're going to do these for 1 minute. Mountain climbers are awesome for increasing cardiovascular endurance, and they also help to strengthen the core and improve balance. So we are going to start in a plank position, and then alternate bringing our knees towards our chest, and then back down. Now, if this is too difficult for you, you can slow it down and do it at your own pace. Now that we are finished with our 10-minute routine, we are going to cool down for 1 minute by doing static stretches. So to start, we're going to do a standing hamstring stretch for 30 seconds. To do this, we are going to stand with our feet hip-width apart, bring one foot back, and bend down at the waist, keeping our spine straight. We're going to try to reach our toes and hold for 30 seconds, and then switch sides. Next, we're going to do a shoulder stretch for 30 seconds. So bring one arm across your body and use your other arm to pull it in closer to your chest and then hold. And then we're going to switch sides. And then lastly, we're going to do child's pose for 30 seconds. Oh, come onto all fours. And then bring your butt as close to the floor as possible and try to relax and breathe deeply. All right, now that we are finished with our 10-minute workout, I want to share some tips with you to make the most out of your results. So no, one is to focus on form. Remember that quality is more important than quantity. So go at your own pace and make sure that you are doing each move correctly. Number 2 is to make sure that you are breathing correctly during your workout. So inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth and then sync your breath with your movements. Number 3 is to stay consistent. It may be disappointing if you don't see results immediately, but it's important to stick with it at least 3 to 5 times per week. Now, if you are new to exercise, there are a few modifications that you can do to make this workout easier. First is to do low impact alternatives. If you are unable to jump or do certain movements, you can always modify them to make them low impact. For example, instead of doing jumping jacks, you can step side to side, and instead of doing squats, you can do chair squats. And second is to use a chair for support. As mentioned before, you can hold onto a sturdy chair to help you balance while you do your workout.